This was disturbing.
First of all, Toure, first of all, Toure.
Why don't you let me wrap the show? I'm ending the show.
First of all,
what is the point of interrupting me?
First of all,
we're getting out of here. Like, what is the point? What is the point? It says go to
voice when you're talking to me.
Lower
your voice when you're talking to me. Because you're acting very, very gentle, very soft, and very feminine. And this is the problem. Over.
Okay, so we've already went over Cheyenne Bryant's credentials or lack thereof in previous videos, so I won't spend time re-explaining that. What I want to talk about today is how this clip was suspiciously uploaded on the Truth Talks Live page the other day. There was a show that Cheyenne was on with Toure and Frank Ski and Ariva Martin, where they had kind of a panel online show. I think it started on Fox Soul. They haven't had any like new episodes, but they seem to be clout chasing off of everything that Cheyenne Bryant does, including her podcast interviews. But in this one, Cheyenne Bryant crashes out on former MTV journalist Toure. And shout out to Toure. I was actually featured in Toure's latest video, actually talking about Cheyenne Bryant, about why she's not a doctor.
That's where Cheyenne is. Appearing to be lying about something like this is better than being unmasked as not a doctor at all.
She has only financial aid documents showing she paid for a doctoral program. And if you listen carefully, the word doctoral in this conversation becomes a sticking point because she can't even pronounce the word. She pronounces it doctorial.
I paid for a doctoral program.
One would say that if you can't even pronounce the word, who is going to believe that you actually have completed a doctoral program?
I paid for a doctoral program.
Let me tell you my Cheyenne story. For several months last year, we did a 4-person talk show where she and I were the lead voices. I tried to get clips of it, but the third party that holds the records only holds on to old videos for 2 years, so...
But what we're about to witness here is what happens when the psychology expert breaks down and you actually see what's really going on underneath.
And this is how life works. And successful people, not just only externally, but internally, what they do carry at the nucleus of who they are is discipline and boundaries.
If gentle parenting creates gentle children, sign me up. I definitely want to create more gentle adults, especially men. Hold on, Ariva, especially men.
You are a gentle.
God,
you are a very, very.
Hold on, guys. Hold on, guys. That's what we need in the world is more gentle men who understand.
You're very gentle, and it comes at an angle that doesn't always work for people.
Let's just stop and go back.
Is this who you want to get your life coaching from?
Because I'm wrapping the show and you're interrupting me.
First of all,
this is what we spent a whole meeting on this.
First of all, Toure. First of all, Toure.
Why don't you let me wrap the show? I'm ending the show.
First of all,
what is the point of interrupting me?
First of all,
we're getting out of here. Like, what is the point? What is the point? It says go to host up.
Voice when you're talking to me. Lower your fucking voice when you're talking to me because you're acting very, very gentle, very soft, and very feminine. And this is the problem. Toure, you talk to your wife like that. You don't talk to me like that. I am not your wife. You don't talk to me like that. I'm not your wife, gentle. I'm not your wife, softy. Don't talk to me like that. You talk to your wife like that, not me. Toure, talk to your wife like that. Do not talk to me like that. That is not how you That is not how you professionally approach me. Don't fucking talk to me like that. Check.
Frank and Ariva, I apologize.
Check yourself. You don't talk to me like that. Talk to your wife like that.
Doc, hold on.
Shut the fuck up talking to me like that. That's what you do. That's what you do. You better tap into your gentleness and real quick.
Are we ready?
I've been ready. Been ready.
Ariva, Frank, you guys ready?
Yep.
You ready to wrap this up?
Yes, as I was doing.
And then we'll speak off camera. Here we go.
We always ask, when should a parent be held responsible for their children's behavior, whether it's at school, tantrum in Walmart, whatever. Let's flip the lens. There's a difference between the parent mourning a child lost to violence, and the one silently praying because their child pulled the trigger. To continue to see the show and support Black media, subscribe to our YouTube channel at Truth Talk /live, where you can catch us every night at 8 p.m. EST and at 11 p.m. EST. Support Black media at Cash App's Truth Talks Live or on any of the links on your screen. Get your Truth Talks membership today. Click here on the screen and you can choose from 3 different exciting tiers. Black media is under attack and this show is being shadow banned. So support us by telling a friend to tell a friend to check us out every night at 8 p.m. See you next time on our channel.
Good night, y'all.
But let's talk about how this happened, because the female relationship space didn't just want a commentator. They wanted a secret weapon, someone with a title who could be taken seriously, whether the title was real or not, who could sit on camera and tell millions of women that wealthy Black entertainers are emotionally broken, that they build broken homes, that they're the reason that all these relationships are failing. That narrative needed a voice to feel like they were analyzing things instead of just airing their grievances. Cheyenne Bryant was that voice. And this Toure clip is where the mask came off. So what actually happened here? Toure is not known for his crazy outbursts. He makes a comment about wanting more gentle men in the world, whether you agree or disagree with that. But his voice is measured, professional. He's not being aggressive. He's not really even being dismissive, but he just wants to wrap the show and get out of there, right? He's done with this, right?
If gentle parenting creates gentle children, sign me up. I definitely want to create more gentle adults.
But the alleged doctor will not let him move on past that.
My God, are you kidding?
Hold on, guys.
Hold on, guys. That's what we need in the world is more gentle men who understand.
You're very gentle, and it comes at an angle that doesn't always work for people.
She tells him to lower his voice that wasn't raised at that point. She calls him soft. She calls him feminine.
Because you're acting very, very gentle, very soft, and very feminine.
She starts talking about his wife.
I am not your wife. You don't talk to me like that. I'm not your wife, gentle. I'm not your wife, softy. Don't talk to me like that.
What does his wife have to do with any of this situation, right? She's just trying to insult Toure. You don't talk to me like that. Play that back and think about what's actually being said. You know, the calm demeanor of Toure, you know, is exactly what a lot of women tell men they're looking for, right? They want somebody that can be calm and understanding and speak to them in a way to try to get through to them. But now, that in Cheyenne's mind, that's weakness. And she's throwing it back in his face. He's better than me because I would have checked the shit out of her ass. I don't play those type of games. You can't allow yourself to be disrespected in that way. And then she wants to do it on TV too? Now I really got to teach you a lesson. You know, that's how she thinks about men, that they're one-dimensional.
Because you're acting very, very gentle, very soft, and very feminine. And this is the problem. Toure, you talk to your wife like that. You don't talk to me like that. I am not your wife. You don't talk to me like that. I'm not your wife, gentle. I'm not your wife, softy.
This is exactly what she does to the men she analyzes on these podcasts. Her alleged sessions that she's had, which look like podcast interviews to everybody else that has half a brain cell. But she applied that to Toure, who was trying to reason with her, trying to tell her something professional that she should have known. I'm trying to wrap the show. But when she talks about emotionally unavailable men or men who can't communicate, what she's describing by her own behavior in this clip is men who don't communicate on her terms.
But these families are still broken. Every child cannot have Papa in the house with them. So some child, if not all, will end up with some kind of deficit without daddy being there. But those are selfish acts at the expense of your fear. And yeah, that is a low functioning behavior. To say that I'm going to build these houses and put kids and these beautiful women and kids in them, but I ain't going to create a home in them. I'm going to wait till I dissipate my fear to find a wife where I'm still going to be fearful with, because there's no such thing as not having some type of nerve or some type of feeling behind marrying somebody. And then I'm going to build a home with her while all these other beautiful babies have houses.
So in Cheyenne's mind, Toure is a soft target. The same way she attacked Cam Newton and Nick Cannon, because their demeanor didn't give any real pushback to the narrative that she had running prior to interviewing with them. Somehow that they're bad fathers just because they're wealthy and they have a lot of children with different women. But here's the part that matters most. She's supposed to be the mental health professional in the room, the person that's an example of what emotional regulation is supposed to look like.
Shut the fuck up talking to me like that. That's what you do. That's what you do.
A licensed therapist aren't just held to a standard because of ethics boards. They're held to it because dysregulated behavior from someone in a position of psychological authority causes real harm to the people around them. It destabilizes them. And that's why her operating out here without a license doesn't hold her to those same standards. So she can maneuver how she wants to. And when you have a platform of her size and people give you constant exposure, she's spreading bad habits like these to her audience. This woman is a problem. This woman is a menace. And she's out here doing stuff like this. It's embarrassing. She doesn't really understand how embarrassing it is. Because she also had a similar outburst on Basketball Wives, which someone was asking the other day, what type of professional woman is seeking to be on Basketball Wives? It seemed like she was very excited to be there and have her little moment. And she was using her relationships, which is a whole nother issue that probably goes into what personality disorder she's suffering from. But she's using her influence and her relationship with like Jackie Christie to get on the Basketball Wives. This is Basketball Wives behavior. Franksky and Areva Martin are like, this is total garbage. I know they're regretting even signing up to be a part of that show when a person like Cheyenne is behaving in this way. But you know what? Her audience deserves better. They deserve someone who can actually model what they actually are preaching. Someone whose framework doesn't collapse at the slightest discomfort, resulting in a temper tantrum the second a coworker disagreed with them on camera. Totally unprofessional. And as someone in the entertainment business, this would be a fireable offense if she wasn't needed in this situation. The unfortunate part about this is the show probably was struggling. I don't know if they were even paying them people to be there. I guess Toure was probably getting some money some kind of way. It seems like this is just for the exposure at this point. But anyway, man, let me know what you think about it in the comments. If you like this video, like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell notification for all uploads. If you want to watch more, please watch one of these videos down below. Make sure you sign up for the Faucette Media Patreon. The link is in the description. And don't forget to hype this video. This is Faucette Media.